Hello. Hi. Anyways, I'm realizing it now. I think Shuri Dude may have an unfair advantage. They have the Discord buff. So, I'm sorry, Bug, but congrats on being first to Shuri Dude once again. Anyways, hi. We're back doing the same shit. You know how this works by now. It's okay, because we'll get eevee this time, though, and I can play the game again. And we won't be stuck in here. But look at number. Number that not that high. Is it likely? No. Can I get to 3,000 a day? Probably. Am I gonna mess up my goddamn nail polish for like the 7th time today? I hope not. But I made the very intelligent decision of putting on top coat right before. Oh my god, I think I already touched it. I hate my life. Overcoming sheer hatred and ads reigning eternally. There's a very easy way to overcome the ads. You know, you didn't hear that from me. No, don't touch. I'm trying not to. You gotta realize. I don't know what it is. It's been on like the same finger. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. But I keep touching it and messing it up and having to start over, and it's so annoying. I've been trying to do this like all afternoon. It's not even anything fancy. They're just blue. I won't do anything bad. This knife definitely isn't for anything. It's for cutting vegetables. You're gonna make a hearty stew. I'm glad that knife emote is seeing some use though. That's one of my faves. I mean, I love all of them because I made them, but like some of them are obviously better than others. Also, if at any point you hear like little inklings of a voice, that's my brother, so don't be surprised. Sorry, I'm like mad about my nail polish. For no reason. Everything's going wrong! Ah! This is either a good or a bad sign for tomorrow. Oh my god. So tomorrow is my, I take the fucking train and bus for like an hour and a half to go see the doctor, but it's a different doctor, but it's the same place. And be like, hey, I know we've never spoken before, but like, could I get like a physical? Could I get like a pre-op and you also, can you like sign this form for me, please? And I say please, and I look really, really nice about it. And then they say no, and then I cry. Except I don't. But I'll think about it. I'll do it on my walk back. Anyway, I've already convinced myself that it's gonna go poorly. What a coincidence. I too possess implements of... where are my emotes? They're where your sub is. They're gone. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the surgeon's office even emailed me today. They're like, hey, you know, like your deadline's coming up, basically. Do you have any update on these forms that you haven't turned in? And I'm like, I've been fucking trying. I've been trying. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's been a fucking nightmare talking to all these people. And then they're like, oh yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then they divert the conversation, and it's like, no, that's not what I asked. Can we do this because I asked, please? Crying and screaming, actually. So it's either gonna go good or it's gonna go bad. And if it goes good, you're gonna know. And if it goes bad, you're also gonna know. But theoretically, all the stuff I need, I can get done tomorrow. And if not, I gotta hope that LabCorp has some openings before next Thursday, Wednesday, as soon as possible. Whatever. It's not like I care or anything. It's not like I've been stressed about it or anything. And they also scared me because they're like, oh yeah, we need like letter. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I sent you my letter. What the heck? And then I was like, hey, I thought I sent you this. Is this the wrong form? And then a couple minutes later she was like, oh yeah, no, I see it, you're good. I'm like, Jesus, don't fucking scare me like that. I'm already missing 3 forms. And I was even I was even doing my fucking telehealth shit on Wednesday, and I was voicing my concerns. And he's like, "No, like having to do these forms is like pretty normal in my experience. I had to do it for my knee surgery." And I'm like, "Oh my god, means when knee surgery is tomorrow, but also like is it?" I've, I was going to say I've not had surgery before, which is true to me, but objectively I have. I just don't remember it. I remember having to do anesthesia. I don't remember why. I remember how it tasted, which is weird how I remembered what it was like, not why I had it. So clearly it wasn't that bad. My prediction was it was when I broke my arm, but I was like, I don't think I broke it that bad where they need to like they needed to put me to eep so they could set my arm. But maybe. Anyways, that's the TLDR. The TLDR is, I've been told, like, it'll be fine, just ask. You know, they'll work with you. And in my brain, I'm like, but will they? Will this person who I'm paying to do this thing for me? I guess my inability to talk to people well is also kind of hampering my progress, but like, my bad. Because in my brain, I have to be like, okay, I have to seem normal and coherent so I can get the things that I want. Which ends up me trying to tell jokes and stuff, and then people understand things incorrectly, and it's like, oh god, I've walked myself into a corner. What do I do? Help! Help! Ah! Anyway, I don't know if I said it, but I would like to get to 3K today. Can get to half odds soon-ish, maybe. I was gonna say I hope this doesn't take very long, but if it takes long, it takes long. It'll take however long it'll take. It is it is interesting to see like that tomorrow will mark the 1 month passage of doing like exclusively this. I was gonna say of this being all my game time. That's not even true. That's not even true. I was gonna say I completed one other game, and that's because it was short. And also, it was a couple... Wait, it was literally on Tuesday. I just forgot to bring it up. I opened up Yume Nikki for an hour. And I was very confused the whole time. And it was only for an hour because I had something to do, I think. I don't remember what, but I did something. What did I do on Tuesday? Whoa, a whole hour. Yeah, well, I think I was waiting for, like, my phone to charge or something. Or... Oh my god, genuinely had a metal pipe dropped on my brain. What the fuck did I do on Tuesday? Anyways, that was an experience. And from what I understand, I'm supposed to be confused, so it's okay. And that there's mostly no plot, it's just a bunch of weird, kind of interconnected dream worlds. And you can find things, and if you find all the things, you did it. I'm like, okay. I'm not sure what to think of about this. Yeah, if you hear me make that sound, that's the I feel like I touched something sound. Did you... Woba? Well, since I have no idea what that is, I'm gonna say no. What's a woba? Is that like guoba? Oh my god, this fucking top coat that I use for my nail polish. It's so bubbly. I hate it. It's probably because it's old. It's pissing me off. It has so many fucking bubbles in it. Oh, it's a thing. Okay. Well, I've only been there for an hour, and I've gone through at least half of the doors at least once, and I found some things. But I'm just kind of confused. I do not like the Rainbow Disco Room. It's hard to look at. It makes my head hurt. Yume Nikki is like if Liminal Spaces were an old RPG Maker game. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I got. Along with Sorry We're Open. Okay, I've not heard of that one. I was gonna say, what's it about? But, you know, context clues. But you know what? It does fit. Does it have an actual, like, story? Or is it just kind of vibes-based? Is it an experience? I don't know. Oh yeah, also, I watched all the episodes of The Amazing Digital Circus, so yippee, I guess. I finished watching an show. One single show. That's crazy. I never do that. I was even gonna finish like the 2 episodes left of Dun 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 that I have to watch, but I got caught up fixing my nails and having dinner. My stupid Chungus nails. And also because my brain was like, ooh, I want to transfer the encounters that I've done, like just sitting around in other places that aren't in front of my computer, to the thingy. But I wanted to do it in terms of 190, or in multiples of 190, because that's how many I do an hour, so I wanted the time counting to be easy. How was it? I stopped on episode 2 or 3 of what? Because my answer will differ. Not to say, okay, so I guess this is my, hey, spoilers for The Amazing Digital Circus, I guess. Because it just, the most recent episode just came out, and from what I understand, it's the second to last one. I mean, it feels very almost final. Maybe it's because I didn't have to wait for all of them to come out, but I'm like, it's alright. Like, it's good, it's enjoyable, but I don't see it sticking with me very much. And I'm not sure why. I really like the character design, but there's something about it that's just not very chewable, which will only make sense to me. And also, okay, one annoying thing is that in literally every single one of the episodes that I watched, I wanted to see what people were saying about that episode. All the top comments, every single one, it was people talking about the most current one. And I'm like, y'all are so annoying. What if someone wants to watch from the beginning, and you should probably rewatch? It's not too long, so yeah, I'd recommend. I mostly just wanted to see what everyone was freaking out about. Because I started seeing posts like, oh my god, I survived episode 8. And I'm like, well, geez, what happens in episode 8? And I was very whelmed. That feels bad. That feels bad. It's like, okay, I offered my spoiler warning, so I get to say what I want. Yeah, like, whatever, rabbit gets skinned alive. I still felt whelmed. I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's not funny. Online fandoms are pieces of shit because the moment something happens, it releases, or the moment something releases, it supplants anything that happened beforehand. I'm just trying to think, hey, you love this piece of media, right? You love it, you want other people to get into it. One way that you're not going to get people into it is when they can't look at discussions of the thing, because it's all people being like, he, thing that's said in this episode, oh, well, that would be weird if it happened. And it's like, okay, motherfucker, you're not slick. So that happens now. Okay, great. Thanks for the spoiler. So that's why I was always also very deeply whelmed by episode 8. I expected there to be blood and crying and screaming and torture for the entire runtime. And when it wasn't, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay, I guess. It was only a little bit. Hellraiser, yeah! What does Hellraiser have to do with anything? I mean, I like Hellraiser. I don't know much about it, though. Anyway, I still like Zubul. And I like Kinger. Those are my guys. No, but like the way that I feel like I clocked all of the characters from episode 1. Ah, yes. Tragic backstory, repressing yourself, acting like a jackass so that you don't appear vulnerable. Okay. Acting nice so that everyone likes you, but really you hate yourself. Okay. Interesting. Also, Pomni does like nothing. She's the nothing character, and I feel so bad. I want to like her. Her design rocks. She's just kind of like there. She's very main character aura, if that makes sense. Wait, Imagine is good on a rewatch because there are the links, just like how when you watch something like Wreck-It Ralph, great movie by the way, you notice the links. The problem is with is that fandoms are voracious fuckwits, and if anything has tiny little meaning, it's stuffs you in my mouth. I'm not even sure I understand, but like I understand. All right, a man gets his skin pulled apart in the opening minutes of the movie. Oh yeah! Watch Wreck-It Ralph today? Yeah. I like that movie, I think. Like, I remember liking that movie. I would probably still like it, unless it had something egregiously offensive. Which I don't think it would, but you never know. I had no eye for that as a child. I had so much patience for nonsense because I didn't know it was nonsense. Once you've honed your senses, unfortunately, everything else takes splash damage. And you become friend who's too woke. This is about Silence of the Lambs, by the way. I rewatched Beginning of a New Era with some friends. It's still so peak. Is that... What is that? I don't think I've heard of it. No, it's not got anything too offensive, though the corporate sponsors are a bit fucking weird on a rewatch. Corporate sponsors are always weird on a watch, I'd think. Oh, Uma movie. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Oreos, Laffy Taffy, Diet Coke, Mentos. I'll be honest, that to me is like, yeah, that checks out. In terms of corporate sponsors, that's like, yeah. That and like cars. I see it and I'm like pointing at the screen. I'm Leo DiCaprio pointing at the screen. But like, that's it. I noticed. I would fuck up a banana Laffy Taffy right now, though. Specifically the banana one, because it tastes weird. I couldn't even tell you what it tastes like. It doesn't taste like banana. It tastes like weird banana, which is why I like it. Because I don't like banana. Imagine... No, wait, that's fine. My life would be enhanced if I liked banana. But no, I'm stuck with the... I hate every... I knocked my bottle of top coat over, but it's fine. It had the lid on. I'm built so worse that I hate vegetables. That's the takeaway. I hate things that are good for me. Although, I had some leftovers earlier, and it had ew, disgusting, gross, tiny corn. I hate tiny corn. I don't know what it is about it, but I hate it, and also like broccoli. But I have no idea how they did it. How the fuck did they do it? The vegetables tasted zero like vegetables. They just tasted like curry. Which I'm like, this is great. I hate the taste of vegetables. That's why I don't like them. I can eat them. That's crazy. Oh, the reason why banana flavor doesn't taste like banana because the flavor of banana that they're based on is no! Like the tiny corn cobs? Yeah, those. Except this was like a little bigger than the tiny corn cobs, but it was still a tiny corn. It's like tiny pickles, but corn. But yeah, usually I hate tiny corn. I hate most vegetables. I especially hate tiny corn. It's worse than regular corn. I don't know if it's actually like a different plant. It might be. Like how I think the tiny pickles are actually called something, but I call them tiny pickles because that's what they look like. What else am I supposed to call them? Their name? Well, what's their name? I don't know. What? Anyway, I feel almost vindicated in my decision to watch all of the Amazing Digital Circus because I immediately got absolutely blasted with so much art of the new episode, which like makes sense. If you like it, it's a big deal. But I'm like, wow, great decision. Zooble my goat. I can't believe I heard the word Cain, and I'm like, what, like Abel? Like Cain and Abel? What do you mean I was right? Never feel bad. I say this. Never feel bad about naming your character something really obvious. Because I promise someone's made a more obvious name. It's okay. If you name your bad guy Evil McDarkness, that's okay. Honestly, that's kind of camp. I like that. If there are people who name their electric superheroes Thunder, you can do whatever you want. And once again, I don't know if I ever say this, but every time I think about it, it's like, okay, I'm talking about me. That's Dr. Evil McDarkness to you. Oh, sorry. What's your PhD in? Thank you for the meow, big meow. You get 2. Aw, the meows didn't bring out the eevee. Maybe it's because Eevee's a dog. It's a weird, fucked up dog. Evilology? Oh, shit. I didn't know you could do that. If I knew that was an option, I would have done that. Instead of stupid graphic design that I hate. What the heck is a kerning? Just kidding, I know what it is. I just don't know when it's good or bad. Oh, you're a doctor in stupid graphic design. I hate that. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. It's really weird on my degree. Actually, no, it's on both of my degrees. They're for the same thing. One just has my dead name, one has my current name. Because I changed my name in their system very late. Because part of me was like, oh my god, I don't want to come out to everyone. That seems like a fucking pain. When the semester's almost over and I'm about to graduate, I'm like, brother, I don't want to. So of course, I turn in my paperwork and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get this sorted. We'll file you. And it changes like the next day. And I'm like, ugh. Because of course, what did I have coming up? I was in a writing class and we were having workshop and it was my turn. So everyone coming into the class was like, hey, so, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? And they're like, yeah, sorry, I didn't see that it changed. I wrote the old name on like your workshop, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, it's fine. But inside, I'm dying inside. And the funniest part to me was the writing that I did was also about being transgender. Like, not overtly, but like it was. And I'm like, man, this is like a sign. This is a universe sign. Still hated it. And it didn't click. No, it would just be like, someone would ask in the class, like, oh, do you, like, have pronouns? And I'd be like, yeah. And that would be it. And I didn't have to do the whole explaining shtick. That's what I wanted to avoid. I'm like, I don't want to explain to y'all motherfuckers that I don't talk to about my transgenderism, okay? Like, I don't have the energy for that. I already did that for a project earlier this year. Like, I'm fine. And that project, by the way, it was in an art class. And I framed my name change paperwork and I presented it to the class. Honestly, I kind of cooked with that one. That one still rocks, actually. Whoa, I relate to Zooble so much. Whoa, this is so weird. I'm definitely cis. Zooble is the gender ever, actually. Why can't I look like that? Whoa, they're so epic and cool. Whoa, I also want to just sit in my room all day. Okay, but like... God damn, I keep touching the wire on my goddamn microphone. If my options were stay in my room or go on trauma adventures, you know what? I don't... My ass is running away. Bye. Hello? Ridiculous. Oh my... Wait, one thing that I thought earlier, just like thinking about the episode and being like, dead ass. Episode 3, or was that the one what it was? The haunted house one? That one was scarier to me. I'm scared. Help. Stay in my room or go on trauma adventures. How about trauma adventure in my room, trauma in my room? Well, that's not one of the options. I'd prefer if there was no trauma in the room. Wait, I didn't notice it, but 2,700. Yippee! Wowzers. I gotta play more freaking Kirby. Are most Kirby games short? Yippee! I'm trying to say it quietly so I don't, like, scream. Only 2,700 more? No. We're way farther from odds than that. Unless I somehow go under odds again. For the... How many shinies do I have? Is it 6 or is it 7? Anyway, all of them are under odds, so I'm kind of due. Most Kerboy games are indeed short. Okay. I mean, that was my experience, but also, like, I feel like Squeak Squad is extra short. Maybe it's just normal. Anyway, that game rolls. But I did, like, the first world in Yarn in, like, an hour, less than an hour. And I'm like, it makes sense, but is it this short? Did I just suck in the minigames? Yes, I did. I think Star Allies is extra short, too? Okay. I've not played that one, I don't think. Wait, is Galactonite in that one? Second question, is that the one with Morpho Knight? I don't know the modern lore. And also, perhaps wrongfully, I was thinking that since the open world one was open world, that it was longer, and that the other ones would also be longer. And I had the short ones because they were on, like, dinky handhelds. Oh, that's the one where Morpho takes over from Okay. I remember some things. I like both of them. Maybe I spent too long on them then. Superstar Ultra took me a minute to do 100% in the cave game in True Arena. Okay, but like if you're not following a guide and you've never done Great Cave Offensive, you are not getting some of those treasures. Oh, the central area with the big fucking castle, your ass is not getting everything. I also don't remember where it is. But it's like you need ninja or jet or secret third thing, may have been wing. And it's like a windy room with a little gap in the wall. I could not figure that one out as a kid. I'm trying to see where it is in my mind. I'm like, I think the area's like blue, like light blue or green? Question mark? And then True Arena if you suck, me. Also, if you were a kid, me. Not me right now, but me when I played it. Yeah, my ass sucks. Yeah, I asked my friends to clear the arena for me. Is that such a bad thing? First time I ever did a True Arena was Triple Deluxe. Which one is that? Oh wait, I've not played Triple Deluxe because the one I'm thinking about is Return to Dreamland ? The one with Magalore, who I must say every single time. No What? Huh? I'm not spoilering you. Oh. Okay. I'm like, am I gonna play it? Where is it? Like, what system is it on? Which is a parentheses. How easy will it be for me to obtain it? Play it. 3DS? Excellent. I'm trying to see it in my brain, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely don't think I've played it. I can get it. I was gonna say, I could literally download it on my 3DS right now. But that might nuke my bitrate. So, I think I'm okay, actually. I'll forgo it. I also need to update my stupid Nikki launcher. If you play it, you'll understand why I like it. Or, you will understand. That sounds like a threat. I'm scared. Does it have Bandana D in it? Not even necessarily as a playable, but like, is he there? At all? Bandana D, I'm not sure. You don't know! Man, I like Bandana D. But I also, Waddle Dees are just super cute. Although, honestly, I kind of like Waddle Doo more. I like the one eye. The one eye, the big soppy wet eye look like it pleading at you. It's so cute. It's so baby. And also I like Beam Kirby's hat. And by extension, I like Mirror Kirby's hat because they're the same, just different colors. What the hell am I gonna name this Eevee when I get it? Bleh. Guess my favorite oh, is there a bug one? Is there a bug one? There's no way it's just called bug. That's so broad. Is it just called bug? Or insect? No, it's beetle. Okay. I'm like, that's way too broad of a subject. Unless you literally cast, like, swarms of locusts. Which would kind of rule. Plague Kirby. No, that doesn't seem terribly realistic, but Beetle Kirby. Yeah, I wanted to say Butterfly Kirby, but only because I was thinking of Morphonite. I would so play at that, literally. I feel like that would be too complex. But who knows? Who knows? I'm thinking of, like, I don't remember if it's fire or if it's ice. Wait, no, it's beam. I'm thinking of, like, you do a dash attack to the side and it does, like, a little tornado in, like, a cone shape. I'm thinking of that, but it's just go my locusts. Do you see the vision? Oh, beam. I love beam so much. But why did Squeak Squad nerf beam? Why is it so ass? Why is the ascension for it just like a different shape? And it's an it doesn't even look as cool. Things nobody cares about. I love that game. I love my collectibles. I like the mice. I like that it's really short. You can 100% it in like 4 hours, even if you're slow. I like mixing the thingies on my bottom screen, even though I know there's a strat for it, but I suck. I'm not frame counting. I am dumb. I can't count. Yeah. Why am I already yawning, by the way? Stop yawning. I'm trying. I'm not tired. But no, I must yawn. Drink 1,000 G of caffeine. I think my heart would just explode. My heart can explode. I have things to do. No brain explosion energy. I don't wanna. If my brain explodes, how am I gonna draw? How am I gonna get shiny Pokemon? How am I gonna get surgery in June? Manifesting things going right tomorrow. How else am I gonna play Weewa next year? Wait, speaking of Weewa, speaking of the Switch 2, did Tomodachi Life come out today? I thought it was coming out later. No? Why am I seeing people with it then? Is it like early? Oh, demo. Okay, that makes sense. When is it coming out for real then? Demo? Okay. April 16th. Okay, I was like, I could have sworn it was in April. But if not, I'm thinking of something else. I saw that you can... Being able to set... I can't believe that game's woke. What do you mean? It should be like the bare minimum for a game that's about like characters and forming silly relationships that you would have the option or a lot of options and variety. But I'm still shocked. Fuck you mean? What do you mean you can make them gay? And they can have pronouns? And you can pick their... What? You can pick their style, I think? What do you mean? Is that bad that I'm so shocked? I already have 3 me's and the lesbian non-binary Paradise is on the way. I read Parade, but Paradise is good also. Is the me maker cool? On one hand, I'm like, ooh, you can make super cool, intricate me's. But I'm also like, ugh. But I would spend like 2 hours making one. And I would get so overwhelmed. It's completely uncensored. That's so shocking to me. It's not even that it's uncensored versus censored. It's... Wait, by uncensored, what do you mean? Oh, you can just turn them into a penis? Interesting. Wait, like you make them look like it or that they have one? I assume you mean the first one. Text is completely uncensored too. That is so shocking. I mean, wow, I can't wait to see all the slurs that people are gonna say. But more optimistically, How the fuck is this game real? How? I feel like I shouldn't be so surprised, and yet I am. I'm so used to straightness being forced upon me. I have to participate in it. Ew. What do you mean it can be based? Everyone make more transgender games now. Gotta gather data with the oh, that is true. It is a demo. To tamp down on all the naughty me's, that is true. If they add some sort of language filter, it would not surprise me. 2026 Nintendo lets us write cocks as a topic to talk about and just goes, yeah, that checks shit. It's not even cocks. It's the fact that people are gonna write actual curse words and slurs. Especially considering, hey, game that I'm playing literally right now. In the original, I don't think they had any sort of language filter. Or filtering, whatever. But the Switch release does. Okay, also, let me check my nails to see how badly I fucked them up. Okay, I've actually not fucked them up at all, actually. So what I'll do is make a very bad decision. And put the top coat on my last nail. Surely that'll be fine. Wowzers. Surely. Anyway. Wait, did I even finish what I was saying? They added a language filter to this game somehow. Or it's like, I don't know. Because it's a digital game card or whatever. They have something outside the game preventing you from typing certain things. So I'm like, huh. Interesting. Just me observing. How do you work? eevee. 2750. Yippee! I can't even... Wait, I got to 1984 and I didn't even realize it. That was so long ago. Like a couple days ago, so long. Can't believe Tomodachi Life 2 is real. They're making a new Rhythm Heaven. Do we know when that's coming out? Am I gonna... Surely that's not only on Switch too. I'm already... Grrr! And not being able to... and not being able to play Pokopia. And then everyone's talking about it and posting about it, and it's like... Man, it's gonna suck when I get this, like, 10 months from now. Because it's Christmas. And I already know everything that happens. Ugh, my shoulder hurt from holding it up. Why? Just play Dragon Quest Builders 1/2? Okay, but consider that I like Pocket Monsters. And I have no attachment to Dragon Quest. Which is true. I've never interacted with anything Dragon Quest related. Which I probably should, but I'm like, do I care? Consider Autismo. Yeah, basically. My friend asking me earlier, hey, would you like want to watch Detective Pikachu? And I'm like, are you saying this to me because you know? And would it surprise you if I said, I actually kind of don't. I don't like that movie. I think the realistic Pokemon look kind of ugly. And it's also not funny. I think Pikachu's really fucking annoying in that movie. And I don't like whatever the... Is the main guy Ryan Reynolds? I don't like that guy. But I feel like I'm relatively alone in that regard. It feels like most people like that movie, and I'm like, why? It's not funny. It's not interesting. The Pokemon don't... I don't like how they look. I'm not gonna say that they look bad, because I can respect the artistry behind making that. I just don't think they look very convincing. Some of them look way too fuzzy as well. Although Pikachu with a lot of fur will always look a little odd to me. I know it technically has fur, but like, that thing isn't fluffy. In my brain, it's like a hairless cat. Or it's like an otter. That's probably better. It's smooth. It's not fluffy. Detective Pikachu is a great example as to why things have an anime art style. I mean, they did it because they wanted to make a live action and they wanted it to look realistic, so they got that guy who did all the realistic work. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. I just don't care for it. Have they ever seen a mouse? Not too many fluffy mice. Okay, I say fluffy like they made Pikachu like puffy fluffy. No, it's just like normal fluffy. Could you imagine how horrifying the amazing digital circus characters would look like in a realistic art style? Honestly, some of them would work, and it would be the less realistic ones, because like Gengar would look the same. She would look the same. Zubul would kind of look the same. The other ones, though, Kinger would probably also look the same. That's just a giant chess piece. Oh, thinking about a giant Kinger, Kane. Kinger is a giant chess piece. Okay, the eyes, maybe. Kane, I'm thinking about being like a wet pair of dentures, which is horrific. Yeah, no, I realized as I was saying it, oh wait, no, the hyper-realistic eyes. I'm scared. Help. Help. It's giving very Sonic.exe. And then blood started to drip out of my TV, and Sonic slowly turned to look at the camera, and his eye sockets started bleeding, and they were hyper-realistic. And then text appeared on the screen, "I'm gonna freaking get you." And then my GameCube exploded. No, yeah, Sonic on the GameCube. No, my Sega exploded, and I heard a knock at the door. That's what I hear whenever I hear hyper-realistic eyes. I think uber creepypasta. Yes. I can't. Oh, I was so into creepypasta. I didn't realize how cringe it was, but honestly, I respect it. You always have to put "I am God" in a creepypasta. I feel like, do most of the popular ones even have that? I'm trying to think. All right, who's at Slenderman's mansion in the woods? Slenderman, of course. I don't think Slenderman does that. I don't know what the fuck Jeff the Killer does. He's just like kind of an edgy kid. Like who are the dog? There's the dog, and I think the dog is just kind of a dog. Me, his wife. Me. The okay. I don't think that relates to the topic at hand, though. Wait, now I was totally thrown off. Who are the other popular, like, creepypasta Slenderman Mansion characters? There's the one that likes cheesecake, and the other one. Wait, is it literally just Hoodie? It might be. I think they're orange. There's the blue one. There's like 2 Jacks. There's like one that eats kidneys and one that's a clown. There's Jane the Killer, but that's a rarer spawn. There's Tiki Toby. That's also kind of a rare spawn. Who else? Eilish. Oh, yeah! I'm like, if I saw them, I would know. Oh, wait, Ben Drowned. Classic. Yeah, that one. Ooh. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I'm missing a big hitter. Wait, isn't it a Pokemon one? It's like Gen 2 related. Oh no, I don't remember anything else. But those feel like the big hitters that are chilling at Slenderman's mansion in the woods, other than you, reader. You, dear reader. Reading your choose your own X-reader adventure. Ben drowned. Why didn't he swim? Is he stupid? I don't know the lore. The corpse thing? Who? I don't remember the lore of Ben, the Pokemon corpse creepypasta. I don't know. I'm thinking of like Gold from Gold and Silver, and it's like black and white, and they also do the eye thing, I think. I don't know. I'll be honest, I only know these in the context of taking Quotev quizzes and being like, which creepypasta character is your soulmate type beat? Mount Silver creepypasta? No, just me? See, now I'm curious. Sorry. Let me... Hyper-realistic eyes. I don't think that one had hyper-realistic eyes, but it's such a common motif. Oh, my haunted video game, they look at me and their eyes start bleeding. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, Ben Drown was just like a freaky in-game model. Because it was like a... I don't know. Oh, hyper-realistic blood. It was the creepy statue and probably like a file on the fake game from Ben. I need to brush up on the lore, only because I think these are really fun. Hyper-realistic photograph. The video game telling you messages that it's gonna freaking get you, and you're like, oh, I shut my game off, but I felt a sense of dread. And then they started crawling out of the TV ring style. I don't think that actually happens in any of them, but like, they are gonna get you. And considering if you're into it, you might go to Slenderman Mansion. I need to find some of these things. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. I shitted myself because game was big meanie. I'm gonna be so scared. Bendron model is the statue you get when you play the Eulogy of Emptiness. It's for the, yeah, it's like Stone Tower Temple. I'm listening to the music in my brain. I love that temple soundtrack. I've never played Majora's Mask, but I like the vibe of it. I like how freaky that game is, just for fun. It's the Elegy of Emptiness, minor factual error, fake fan. Okay, I did think it was Elegy, but honestly, both would make sense. They're both like songs, aren't they? So I say they carry the same aura, and thus is acceptable. Okay, but like for a non-Zelda fan, assume I'm a non-Zelda fan. What would be the best Zelda game to play? I don't know. We live in a post-Breath of the Wild world, so I feel like most Zelda things being brought up are Breath of the Wild related. And it's like, what if I don't care? What if I hate open world games, actually? What if I think that they have to try really hard to not be super boring? What do you mean there's 999 collectibles? I'm gonna cry. Are there actually that many Koroks, by the way, or is that like a joke? Because if so, people had to manually place those. What were they thinking? Oh, an elegy is a poem. Never mind. I'm a spreader of misinformation. I'm sorry. For someone who's passed away, eulogy is simply a speech written for someone who's passed away. I thought one of them was a... Wait, was I thinking of dirge? Was I thinking of a dirge? I may have been thinking of that. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry for spreading misinformation. Wind Waker GameCube, you will sail the ocean. You will connect to your GBA and play Tingle. I don't have a GBA. Or a GameCube. There are really that many Koroks? Why? Just in terms of, like, making a game that someone will play. Because there's two sides to that. One of them is, why the fuck would you, as a game dev, put that many things in a game that you know some people will do? Some people will do that. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, at what point is it up to you, the player, to call it quits because this sucks ass? I think it's more so, why the fuck would you put that many? People are gonna do that. That sounds like Misery Simulator. And you may say, hey, dumbass, look at what you're doing right now. And I'll say, no, no, no. No, that's different. I imagine if you're walking around the world in Breath of the Wild, you have to pay full attention. You have to have two hands on your Switch. You can't have one hand, the other hand fiddling with your nail polish bottle. It's a social experiment. It's in a game that you pay for. As a certified completionist, that would be too much for me. I'm good. I have to value my time at some point, and you may say, look at what you're doing, and I'll say, I'm okay. This is a low brain activity. I get to chill instead of being like, I have a freaking appointment. I'd say Ocarina of Time is the best first 3D Zelda to play it as a quicker start than all the others and pretty much round standard. Yeah, no, actually that would make a ton of sense. I would say, like, aren't, like, Ocarina, to me, a not knower, Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past are the most Zelda-y Zeldas. Sorry for being sent to the ad dimension. Ocarina would be a great start. Well, now the ad works, but also doesn't work. Interesting. Wait, you're gonna miss 2,800 because of the ads. Oh no. It's okay, I'll just get it now. Beep. I mean, because, like, isn't... Ocarina is the one with, like, no real gimmicks? Is that the correct way to say it? It's not like a gimmick. It's like a central gameplay thingy. Like, Majora's Mask has all the masks. Wind Waker has a boat. Then Twilight Princess, you get to turn into a dog. The gimmick for Ocarina of Time is that it's 3D. Yeah, so that's not a gimmick. It's just straightforward. My favorite 3D Zelda is Majora. My favorite for dungeons is Twilight Princess, though. Interesting. Well, oh, I was gonna say, I feel like I thought people didn't really like Twilight Princess. No, I think I'm thinking of Skyward Sword. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I think I would like Skyward Sword, though. Just for fun. And the gimmick for Skyward Sword is that it was shit. That's not very nice to Skyward Sword. I like how it looks. I think Zelda looks really cute in that game. And they got birds. So I have to like it to some extent. The only one I've played to completion is Link Between Worlds. So that one is by default my favorite. Look, its motion controls work, but they're bad and not fun and easy. Sorry, they're bad, not fun, so it's easy? Well, if it's easy, then I might like it. Motion controls and hard sounds like my personal nightmare. I think I could enjoy it. I could be like, ooh, I get to swing the sword with Link. Yippee! But that would require setting up a Wii. What if I don't wanna? Can you move your hand in a straight line? Congrats, you've beaten Skyward Sword. Yippee, I can do it. See, now I want to like it. Oh, contrarian brain, you're not being very helpful. I don't know, for me, because of the motion puzzles, it made every item and tool and puzzle feel the same to me. No, that is a fair complaint. But as I have not played the game, I cannot render my judgment. I can assume, well, not assume. Guess maybe the idea was, oh shit, we need to make a Wii game. It needs to use the motion controls. But also, you'll get into the vibe of actually, like, you know, using your weapons and tools and whatever. So, like, you'll get into it. Kind of like low stakes LARPing. The emphasis on role-playing in a role-playing game. Which I could see being fun. Fireball, 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 fireball! Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt! Shout out that video. I was gonna say, that seems like fun, but then knowing me, that would actually be extremely stressful. I don't want to have to fight with anyone. Why can't we be friends? That's kind of one of the reasons why I don't like board games, I feel. I'm too not competitive. I don't want to compete with anyone. And then people will get way too into it, and I'm like, I just want to put the silly little card with the color on the table, okay? This is getting kind of intense. I'm Whittle Baby, help. I hate these stupid... Oh yeah, wait, I got a Noibat in Pokemon Sleep. I know nobody cares. I was sad though, because it's shit. It's so bad. But it's so cute. Noibat is so cute. Bats are cute. It makes me really mad when people, whenever there's anything about bats, it's like, oh no, I can't get within like a 10-foot radius of a bat because they'll give me rabies through the air. No. Bats are cute. Shut up. Remember, the loser always has one last move, flipping the table. Please don't flip the table. I don't want to have to pick up all that shit. I will concede with grace because I do lose often. So what I do in my brain is I come up with subtasks. Like if for some reason I've like been kidnapped and held in a cell and I'm starving and they're like, all right, the only way that you're gonna get food is if you play Settlers of Catan. And I'm like, fine. I'll be like, ooh, I want to get a bunch of sheep cards because I don't know, why not? That's my goal. My goal is not winning. My goal is get sheep. So when everyone else is fighting each other for resources, I could be like, I have sheep card. What the fuck? I got dark and just back. You're locked in a cell? I'm saying, if I was locked in a dark cell without food or water, and they said the only way that we're gonna give you that is if you play Settlers of Catan, that's the only way you're gonna get me to play that game. I don't like that game. Also, I can't keep track of that many things at the same time. Oh, I'd say I'll fucking starve, thanks. No. I'll get you some when I get thrown back in the cell. I'd literally rather play something like Monopoly. But also, I just kind of like that game. I don't get why people hate it so much. Maybe it's because I'm not terribly competitive. I just think it's kind of silly. I like setting up my little houses. I won't, depending on the game, and if it's fighting games, it's all GG and fun. If it's 8-player Conquest of Elysium 5, I am voice of Elmaine. What is that? Monopoly? No thanks, I'm just poly. Yeah, how would you be monopoly? I guess if you're monosexual and polyromantic, I feel like that would be a little complicated, but... You can do whatever you want, actually. I'm trying to think of, like, board games that I like, but I also don't play enough board games. Mostly because I generally don't care for them. There is a bird game. Bird game. That's what it's called. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's just you get birds and you can look at the pretty birds and you get points. And I'm like, okay, I can handle this. Well, it literally means one all, or in that case, all owned by one. Well, yes. But you brought in being poly. So I was taking that even farther. If you were mono and also poly. You shouldn't be a monopoly. Those are bad. I was gonna say those are illegal, but first of all, legality doesn't always mean that it's bad. Second of all, they're kind of not illegal. I'm a stereopoly. What? Like a stereo headphone? Like my heart's a stereo? Or like a stereotype? Is the sound in the both side of your headphones? Or that one plushy shark from IKEA? Which, I have one, so like don't... I get to say it. Yeah, because I'm old. Because old games have mono stereo sound. I'm stopping, sorry. What do you mean only old games have that? Do new games not have that? I guess I don't really play a lot of new games. I don't care about new games coming out. I'll play games that look interesting when I see them. And if I see them 20 years after they come out, then that's when I see them. I wouldn't have thought so. I thought technology was like, you know. Well, my first thought was like, oh, what if you had headphone that only work in one earbud? You could be like, oh, I want it to be on mono so I can still hear everything. Because I'm used to that as well, having stereo and mono options. Blech. I suppose so. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it wouldn't be terrible as an accessibility feature. What if you're hard of hearing or deaf in one ear, but then you have better hearing in another ear? I'm not sure how many people that applies to, but if we're talking hypothetical. I thought about the Rainbow Disco Nightmare Room in Yume Nikki. I am so glad. One good thing about modern games, turn off screen shake, turn off controller rumble, turn off flashing lights. I don't want none of that shit. I'm sensitive. That wasn't me. That's what my brain felt like it was doing. It was like hurting my eyes. I usually don't get like sick or anything from playing games. The one time I did, it was playing a character in Honkai Impact 3rd, and I have no idea why. But doing that character's combo strings, I'm like, this is giving me a headache. Why is this giving me a headache? This is so strange. But it was slander that I got to use against that character that I didn't like, so it is what it is. Pokemon Weewa, Weewa, Weewa. Yeah, when I say Weewa, I am thinking of that cat. And when I say Woowa, I am also thinking of that cat. Sorry. Voice of A is the faction of zealots who can call upon heaven for angels and whatnot. They can also open the 7 seals of the apocalypse and cause the 4 non-material planes of existence, hell, underworld, heaven, and the elemental plane, to immediately flood the world to kill everyone and everything. The game isn't over, though. It continues until there's one faction left standing, so good luck, everyone else. I already sanctioned myself off on a distant island. But if they're gonna kill everyone in every plane, then they're gonna get you. What in the world is going on? I'm scared. What do they do in board games? I guess you gotta come up with crazy ideas, because they've already probably done everything. Reminding me of this link that my friend sent me, because I imagine he likes board games, so he looks up things about board games. And he just sends me a link, and I click on the link. And I couldn't tell it was a board game at first. And I'm just like, is this just like a diaper fetish website? What is this? No, it was just a diaper fetish board game. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. What? Huh? I'm like, why are you showing this to me? And he's like, I saw it. And apparently everyone was talking how it was like an actually good game. And I'm like, what? Okay. Why would you send me the link, though? How do people find out about this stuff? I guess it was more a card game than a board game, but to me, card games are in the same vein. Oh, eventually, but they start on the mainland. This isn't a board game, it's a strategy game. Oh, so it's a nightmare. It's my nightmare. I'm scared. Video game. Okay. Okay, it's fine to have, but like, don't send it around like it's a meme. I'm like, at least give me a heads up. Look, not king shaming. Not king shaming. But I was very surprised. What is someone's thought process and like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Why right here? Oh yeah, definitely not king shaming. I have no room to do that, but like have some decency. I mean, I imagine that this is something that you would have to actively go out of your way to look at. So look, there was no actual like explicit material. Okay, let's make that clear. There was nothing explicit that I saw. Maybe there wasn't like the actual game. But it was just like looking and reading the stuff and it was like, hang on, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I guess. If it was actual explicit shit, I would have been mad. I mean, they did have merch. But like, that's also not explicit. I was surprised though. Just in an academic sense, like in an I'm observing you under my microscope. How many people are buying this? I'm interested. When I didn't monka. I'm like, oh. Like, okay. I feel like I have a fairly high tolerance. Just for things. If it's not even explicit, it's just like, oh, okay, I guess. Weird shit's out there. I'd almost rather it be, like, more things be overt about what they are instead of being, like, tee-hee coy about it. And then you have people be like, oh no, you don't want to hear about this. It's gonna scar you for life. And what it is just like an inflation fetish thing. And it's like, dude, who fucking cares? When people go, oh my god, don't look it up. It's gonna traumatize you. It's gonna give you a nightmare. It's either furries or it's like the most heinous shit that you've ever seen in your entire life. And there's no in between. And you can't be like, hey, do you want to elaborate about this thing a little more? And they're like, no, no, it's so bad. I can't even say it. It's unspeakable. I got a high tolerance for weird shit because, hi, I'm weird shit, but like, chat with me first. Literally. You can't just open a conversation like this. Funniest part is you can have multiple voice of A factions in one. Oh wait, is it A or L? Sorry. So when you finally discover that you're not God's special little boy and you're trending last place, just open the last seal that every other voice of L player left alone. That sounds complicated. L? Okay. It's a little hard to tell. Anyways, I thought about the previous thing that I was saying because I watched like the one Caravan Palace music video with the furries in it, and how all the comments are from the most annoying people ever. And it's like, oh my god, I can't watch this shit in front of my parents. I'm fucking traumatized. Brother, it's a furry yeah, that one, yeah. I'm like, you cannot possibly have your life altered so dramatically by a stripper gazelle. It's simply not that serious. Why are you lying? You annoy me so much. People are traumatized by that video. There are so many comments. Also under like the non-video one, it's like, oh, you don't want to see the actual video. And then you'll have, like, 2-year-olds in the comments like, oh my god, I shouldn't have seen it. My eyes are burning. Get a life. Get a fucking grip. People acting like seeing a furry is, like, gonna turn them gay. That's actually what it is. People are so scared of furries because they think that looking at a furry is gonna turn them into a furry like it's a fucking pathogen. Like it's a virus. I thought the video was fucking cool. Yeah, because it is. And people are fucking weird about... People are so weird about furries. It's socially acceptable homophobia. That's my conclusion. But this was also a thing when Beastars came out, the anime. People are like, oh no, you're gonna watch that furry shit? That's gonna make you into a furry. Like it's an illness. Just because you look at an anthro isn't going to turn you into a furry. And even if it did, what's wrong with that, huh? What's so strange about that? And then you prod and pry and it's like, oh, it's just homophobia. It's just ableism. It's all this other shit. Like, interesting. And then we tied him with the Gamergate stuff. Okay, yeah. Interesting. These poor 2-year-olds managed to advance years ahead of their peers only to encounter stripper gazelles. 2 is obviously an exaggeration, but it's like, you cannot be above the age of 15 and act so scandalized by non-explicit furries. It can't be that bad. I guess there's also the animals tearing each other apart or whatever. But, you know, maybe it's just me. I'm like, well, violence is so fucking normalized in all the media and stuff. I feel like that's not what people are so scandalized by. People are scandalized by furries and by strippers. Which is truly things that make you go, I don't even know where I was going with this. The violence was cool, not gonna lie. I mean... It's a cool video. It's well animated. I'm just sick of people acting like their ancestors are gonna rise up from hell and drag them down for casting their gaze upon an anthropomorphic animal. But then watching something like Zootopia is fine, actually. So where's the line? Where's the freaking line? If watching Zootopia isn't going to make you a furry, watching Beastars is not going to make you a furry. watching the Lone Digger music video is not gonna make you a furry. Unless it does, in which case, cool. But if you don't want to be, you don't have to. Literally nobody's making you. Okay, but Beastars wasn't doing itself any favors because one of like the like sexuality is kind of one of the like that. Yeah, that is one of the major themes. And people are weird. But sorry that the show's good. Sorry it's good. People in 1928 seeing Mickey Mouse for the first time and realizing they're homosexual. Holy cinema. That had to have happened to someone. Oh my god. You know, no offense to this song, but it's happening again. But you understand what I mean when I say that furry hating feels like it feels like socially acceptable homophobia. Okay, water drank, posture fixed. Because I am correct. Getting closer to 3K, yippee! But I started stream late, boo! So it's extra late. And I was gonna say, and I want to be well rested for tomorrow, but like, I also feel like I'm gonna worry myself all day. Please sign my permission slip, oh doctor, that I'm seeing for the first time. Ugh. Is Zootopia 2 any good? Has anyone seen it? That's semi-related. I don't remember the first one at all. One thing I do remember, because didn't it come out around, or the first one, come out around the same time that Beastars first started airing, or like semi? Furry hating and transphobia is socially acceptable homophobia, which is socially acceptable racism, which is socially acceptable sexism, which is socially acceptable classism. Socially acceptable ableism, and then it goes in a big ol' fucking circle. It's an Ouroboros of bigotry. It's almost like us as a society have had the exact same shit time and time and again. Wow, it's almost like these things are all connected. It's almost like we have like a word for this or something. Intersectionality. Whoa. Wait, so maybe that was my point. That's one of my litmus tests. One of my internal litmus tests. Because it feels like if you openly hate furries, I'm talking hate, that's a red flag. Because why you hate them so much? Same thing with like, I don't know, if you like hate cats. This isn't if you're scared of cats, if you hate them. Why? And then you poke and it's like, oh, interesting foundational. Okay. Why can't we just be nice to everyone, huh? Why is it so hard? I feel like it's easier to be nice to people. I feel like you got your own shit going on. Why do I have the energy to look down upon you for that? That sounds like a lot of work. I'm too lazy. I have no energy. I can only do so many tasks in a day. I have to keep my haterism for things that actually matter. Okay, this is totally random, but because we're on this screen, what the fuck is this weird-ass black pixel on... It's like 3 pixels on Charizard's wing. The one that's closest to the camera, why does it just have like a couple black pixels sticking out? It's so weird looking. What is that? Is that on purpose? Hi, I would discriminate against you. Unfortunately, I've not had my morning coffee. Wait here. I will publicly berate you in an hour. No! No publicly berating someone. I hate that you've pointed this out. I've seen it every single time. Why is it there? Charizard doesn't have spiky wings. It has like the one on the top, but I thought the rest of it was like that part of the wing was like a smooth. What is it? Anyway, the point of me saying it's not about having my morning coffee. It's about it is so much easier to have kindness in your heart for other people. I promise. So you can save your hatred for the people who truly deserve it. The rich. I would say it's a cut corner, but it's literally the opposite. It's an uncut corner. And like the rest of the wing is rendered in like orange and red. Why is it black? Because, okay, so I have just like been looking at the sprites because I think it's interesting. I think that the way that they shade them is interesting and I might want to steal some of it. I feel like they don't even use, like they don't use a pure black outline. They do pure black where like a shadow would be. Or on the underside of something, but for even on Charizard, like most of the outline is orange and red. Pokemon Fire Red version, fire is orange and yellow. SMH my head. It can be other colors. It's only Fire Red because the original game was red, and they made it like this is red but enhanced. And because it's Charizard, it's fire. Which means that if Blastoise was one, we'd have Water Blue, which would objectively be kind of the lamest name. But what would we have? Furlwug? Furlwug. Wait, no, it'd be Wib. Probably more like Ocean Blue. Yeah, that would make more sense. But thinking in the sense of fire. I know grass isn't leaf, but leaf. God, I hate Blastoise. I can't think about Blastoise too much. I mean, I'm glad that thing isn't on a game. Isn't on the Gen 3 game. Tap Blue. Yeah, it's Faucet Blue. It's River Blue. It's Brook Blue. It's Creek Blue. They could do the funnier thing and name it Sky Blue. Just for fun. Ugh. Make him Scottish Loch Blue. Hell yeah. Blastoise if it was epic. Beep. Eevee, please be shiny. Well, I mean, if nothing else, I should get to odds within the next couple weeks. No true Blastoise. What? Blastoise with bagpipes in each cannon going... Arr! Wait, Blastoise if it was good and wasn't lame and didn't look at all like its pre-evolutions. That's crazy. Okay, I say that. I say that as a Dragonite liker, so shut the fuck up. But I feel like most Pokemon, you'd look at them and you'd look at the pre-evolution and you'd go, yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to think of others where that would apply. Wow, you look like nothing like your pre-evolution. No true Scotsman, it's some kind of fallacy. Oh, is it? Yeah. I mean, if I've not heard of it, it can't be a real fallacy. eevee. Remoraid. Oh, yeah! Remoraid Octillery is so weird. Oh no, I also love Octillery. That thing does not evolve from a Remoraid. The concept is like gun into cannon. No, it's fish into octopus. No, 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 that makes no sense. But I love that weird ass octopus that doesn't even have 8 legs, but it doesn't matter. I love it. It's so silly. It's so octopus. How do we not have more octopus Pokemon? How do we only get a dolphin and a flamingo in Gen 9? That's so weird. Stop making water types. I know Octillery is a water type. Stop making water types. There's too many water types. The water sucks. eevee. Alright, getting a pillow. Pillow. Ugh. Wowie zowie. Doesn't feel like I've dented my nail polish yet. Yippee. This time will be the time. And then I'll turn on the lights and all the top coat is bubbled up for whatever reason. And I'll be like, grr, why? Why do you not truly randomize? You are pissing me off. Actually, do you know what makes no sense? Trapinch into Vibrava into Flygon. Yeah, I guess so. See, in my brain, that one makes more sense. And I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's because their shiny colors are reversed. Which, if you knew nothing, you would never associate those two. But Trapinch shiny is green, and Vibrava shiny is orange. Ignore Flygon. Vibrava is orange. And low-key, I might like Vibrava more than I like Flygon. I know everyone likes Flygon. It makes no sense. It's like Caterpie line went Caterpie, Butterfree, Beautifly. I suppose. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. I just like it. I'm just also trying to think, what else would Trapinch evolve into? If you knew nothing, what would you think that thing evolves into? I like can't think of anything close off the top of my head. But then also in the same vein, I was like, well, if you knew absolutely nothing, you probably wouldn't look at Pineco and think, oh yeah, that evolves into Forretress. These are related. I don't think you would. You'd be like, oh, this is a Pinecone, not a bagworm. Like, antlions go from larval stage, like Trapinch, to cocoon but adult, like Vibrava and Flygon. But you don't become... but you don't have an adult antlion become a bigger adult antlion? They're antlions? I think they were getting a little silly with that line then. You have either, oh, this cactus evolves into a bigger cactus. Oh, they're based on ant... Today I learned. I didn't know antlions. Actually, I don't know what an antlion looks like. Ignore me. Also, 2,900. It's why Trapinch is the sand trap Pokemon, which is what an antlion larva used to hunt. I see. That makes sense. See, in my brain, it was the sand trap Pokemon because I could see it sitting in the sand with its mouth open like, rah! And then you step on it and it goes, arr! Trapinch is just cute. I like Trapinch. Regional Trapinch, where it's actually a bug type, would be kind of slay. That what antlions do? Oh! I mean, that makes sense. I feel like most... Well, I'm not going to say most. A lot of Pokemon are based off of, like, actual critters. Why did they call the bagworm Pokemon Pineco? Well, I guess... Is there not multiple? Is Wormadam not also? Why is Pineco Pinecone? Not Wormcone. Looks inside Pinecone. Bug. That's what I feel every time I see that. I think it's silly. But I thought it was just a grass type for the longest time. Ugh. Eepee. Mild. Gay mild. Don't worry, don't worry. The shiny will be gay gentle. I mean, look, if we were going to be realistic and sensible with Pokemon, how about you let me design 400,000 beetle Pokemon? I mean, that would be pretty cool. But just thinking about the logistics of having to program that many unique different things, I fear for the feasibility of that. Yeah, gay? No, because the previous one was gay mild. And this one's gay modest. But gay mild is the original. So we need to find a gay shiny. Aw. The cat looks like it's doing the Megamind no bitches. Exactly! Exactly! It's doing the no bitches, but it's also kind of channeling homophobic dog. Which is why I like it. Gay bitches. Holy moly. Cat? What cat? The gay cat. What cat? Hold on. This cat. I felt it coming. I was gonna preempt it. But I'm like, no, hold on. Wait a minute. Meow. It's not my fault cats are cute. Save. I can't. I mean, I can. Imagine that I accidentally did it after I picked up the Eevee and I had to change everything that I was doing. I would have been so mad. I would have reset as it was saving. What would happen then? Oh yeah, the 7TV would have banned myself. No! It would have been my fault for spacing. Which is why I was actively saying it. So I'm like, all right, make sure you don't pick up the Eevee and save. You want Gen 3 Flareon. This is my only realistic chance to get it. Because my ass is not doing full odds eggs. I may love wasting my time, but not that much. If I were to do full odds eggs, I would do it for something cooler. Like, why not? I even drew some why not earlier today. And I've also come to the conclusion, Poipole is just fucking hard to draw. Why has it got a weird egg head? I also learned that there's only 5 why not cards ever. What the heck? That's as many as Poipole cards. And one of the Poipole cards is just a recolor so that it's shiny. But it's the same art. Which I don't think I've ever actually seen that before. So it's kind of interesting, but... Oh my god, the Hidden Fates one was so cute. But I also just like the set Hidden Fates. That's when I actually cared to keep up with the TCG. And now I don't. Because I'll just get sad. I'll see all the cool new art. And then I'll look on eBay. And it's like $10 quadrillion. And I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear. I already can't get sky-splitting Deoxys. What's even the freaking point? Diamond Pearl TCG sets had some secret rare recolors that were shiny. I don't know if they were Diamond and Pearl sets. And by that, I mean, it's just like, I know some of the cards that you're talking about. I think that there's like a Ponyta. There's a couple other ones. But yeah, those are cool. There's the Shining ones and like Neo something in some of the Neo sets. It may have been in all of them. There's, the Gold Star. Are the Gold Stars shiny, actually? Wait a minute. I don't think they are. They're just... Wait. I think the Rayquaza is. Gold Stars are shiny? I was seeing the Espeon in my brain, and I'm like, is it shiny? Because I'm like, I could have sworn that the Flareon was shiny. But I'm like, I don't know what the Espeon looks like. But that does make sense. Ugh, more cards that I theoretically could have gotten, but now are probably way too expensive for me to ever get. Oh my god, and all the fucking Celebi cards. I'm never gonna get a Crystal Celebi. Ugh! Scalpers, stop scalping. Stop reselling. You're losers. I have 1 Gold Star. Ooh, which one? The Gold Star Suicune is shiny. Ugh! I want the Raikou so bad. That's like one of my Grail cards, and I'm never gonna get it. I was thinking, wow, since like there was the whole incident, I think, where a worker or something stole a bunch of the Legendary Beast cards. They're like less expensive than the other ones, but now they're all pretty expensive. And then, like, Flareon wasn't terribly expensive because nobody liked that thing. But if you wanted to get Razzlequaz or something, you'd have to sell your kidney. So there's a lot of shinies in the TCG. My Suicune Gold Star is probably the big trophy of my collection. Oh, for sure. That card's sick. The Gold Stars are just super cool in general. I like them. I like the I like the unique gimmick cards, I guess. Like the Shinings and the Crystals, Delta Species, that kind of stuff. I just think they're fun. God, what are they? The Legends cards? Like, the ones from the Gen 4 sets that are, like, 2 legendaries, and they're on separate cards, but the art goes together to make a big card. I like those ones. The Heart Gold Soul Silver had, like, they had cool energies. They had Pokemon on the energies. They should do that again. Energies are so lame. I only have, like, one actual... Okay, that's a lie. I have 2 collectible cards. One of them is, I forget what I think it's like Time Space Distortion. It has Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie on it. And I have specifically the promo version that was given out at some event in Japan in like 2008. And I got specifically the promo version because I like the star on it. And then I have my 15th anniversary Reshiram. And those are like my collectible cards. I picked up a really cool card the other day. Letty and Delta Species steal from Dragon Frontiers. Yes! The Delta Species are so cool. I have one really beat up. Well, I have a couple of Delta Species. I think I have like a Bagon. And I definitely have a Latias. But the Latias is like super beat up. I got it from when I was a kid because one of the kids that I was kind of friendly with at like summer camp was like, hey, look at all these cool cards I have. You want one? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he turned him around and was like, all right, pick one at random. And me in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, that cool Delta Species Latias was super beat up. So let me pick the super beat up one. What do you know? What do you know? It was the Delta Latias. So I really like that card. That's probably the reason why I like Latias, actually. Just because I had that card and it's cool. If another song plays again over, I'll reset the playlist again. I'm gonna have to manually shuffle everything and just play it in order. Man, now you have me wanting to look at cards that I want on eBay, and I'm just gonna get super demoralized. Oh, never gonna get revised Ancient Mew. I don't know anything past Gen 7. I just freaking love Ledian. Please give us a bug fighting and buff it, please. I might be coping. But they have to know how heinously atrocious, god-awful that thing's stats are. And therefore, it will get a buff. And or an evolution and or a regional form in Weewa. I'm basing this off of nothing but pure cope. And the fact that it was in the trailer. I'm going to use one regardless. God, my team is going to be so garbage. I'm going to have a Carnivine and a Ledian. But it's okay because I love them. I need Carnivine. Alright. It's getting reset. Ledian. Ace. Oh my god, it's asexual? Good for it. Alright, bucko. You're getting reset. Hello? I'm gonna pick this one. I feel like this one's never come up. Literally, what were they thinking with Ledian? I have a full page in my binder dedicated to shiny bug-type Pokemon. That's so sick. God, I love Ledian. Ledian's so cool. Like, they had to have known. They gave it Iron Fist in Gen 5. It has like an attack stat of 20. Ledian more like Bar of Lead. I don't think so, actually. Rellor, Frostmoth, Orbeetle, Sizzlipede, Centiskorch, VMAX, Pineco, Wimpod, Galissapod GX. Oh, card binder. They made a shiny Relor? Interesting. A bar of lead has a higher stat than Ledian, and it only has defense. Well, yeah, I think anything has a higher stat total than fucking Ledian. A bar of lead would be more useful in a battle than Ledian. Stop bashing on my goat, even though it's completely correct. I want Ledian to at least be usable. I've used garbage in a playthrough before. Ledian's so bad, though. Ledian, more like led me on. It's so cool looking superhero ladybug thing. Learns all these punching moves, can't do shit with them. Hits like a singular feather. You just chuck that thing to anyone who looks at you. No, I think a bar of lead would be pretty effective, actually. And then they're also gonna get lead poisoning, so you poison them. Yo, nerf bar of lead. That thing's cracked. It's like Shuckle. But instead of having both defense stats, it just has physical defense and attack. Ledian wins battles because the opponents laugh so hard they age and die. Hey, a win's a win. I'll take what I can fucking get. Literally just like... just if its attack stat was just 50, I could work with it. With Iron Fist, it would be usable in a playthrough. It's so bad. It almost reads like a Gen 1 Pokemon in the way that its special defense isn't the worst. And thinking if this was a Gen 1 Pokemon, it would actually be... It could have been decent. I'm like, well, Bug and Flying are both Fizz, so like... But it learns punching moves, and the punching moves would have been special, and it would have had a decently high special, so it could have done something. No. It needs pure power like a Azumarill. It does, but it also just needs like an exorcism. It needs to get that demon out. If it's free of its curse, then its attack stat will go up. That's what that means. I don't care if it's an early game bug. From a gameplay perspective, I would have thought that the point of the early game bugs that evolve at like level 10 is so that you have an evolved Pokemon with a somewhat elevated stat total compared to a lot of the things that you're going to be encountering, so they're going to be pretty useful just on that account. So what's the point of making an early game bug that's so fucking garbage? There's no reason! Anyway, I know deep in my heart that the actual only reason why it's in Gen 10 is because the only Gen 9 game it was in is fucking BDSP. And that doesn't really count. Wait, that's a Gen 8 game. I have a first edition Spinarak from what set? That's really cool. I love... Spinarak is so cute. And Ariados. I like both of them. And they're also kind of garbage. Man... Why do all the bugs suck? What if I like them? You know what? Venomoth doesn't suck. To me, Venomoth is perfect. Why does Dustox have to suck? I love you, Dustox! From Neo Genesis? Nice. Neo Genesis is just a cool set. Oh, wait. I guess I do have a third I have 4 collectee cards. One of them is a vending machine haunter. I just think it's kind of cool. Wait, I also got a Ghastly and another haunter because the person was selling all 3 and I just wanted the one haunter. But I got it. But I also have... Wait, I don't remember if it's Neo Genesis or Neo Destiny. It's the, it's one of the Celebes. The one with, like, the... kind of like the black hole in the background. And it's reaching up. I have that one. It's not first ed or anything, but it has a cool swirl in the hollow right above its hand. Wooper. Why are we scared of Wooper? Crazy how we got 2 axolotl Pokemon lines before we got a dolphin. One of them's a starter. You can argue that Mudkip isn't an axolotl, but like it kinda is. I guess Quagsire kinda isn't. Whatever. Wooper is also just baby. I feel like I have a sneeze, but it's stuck. Mudkip is a mud skipper, isn't it? Maybe. To me, it always looked like an axolotl. So that's what I call it. Point still stands. Mudkip is baby. That is true. I think that's its species. I diagnose you with baby. And it goes, ah! Wait, no, it would go, ah. Need to find my stupid charger. Oh, wait, yeah. Ah is Surskit. So Mudkip would go, ah. A slightly longer ah, like 2 or 3. Why is Surskit ah? Where is that from? Guzzlord would go, I don't know what it goes. I can't. I can't do it. I'm not a Guzzlord knower. I guess it'd be Guzzlin. Good for it. Surskit's ah is from the anime. Ooh! Yeah, I'm not terribly familiar with the Gen 3 anime. Because I'm so Gen 4 pilled, aka the age to watch anime around that time. I don't know the Gen 3 one very well. Gen 6?
Guzzlord's from Gen 7.
Oh wait, Surskit. Why is Surskit in Gen 6? Either way, I also don't know the Gen 6 one because I remember when the Gen 5 came out and then I stopped keeping up with it, even though I never really, like, kept up with it. Oh, Viola, right. I totally forgot. Oh my god, the gym leaders in X and Y are so forgettable. They are not real. Viola's one of the better ones. Guzzlord in the anime is literally just some guy screaming, oh, never, that rules. If I did want to watch the anime, I would watch Sun and Moon. I know everyone says that X and Y is good, but I don't think I care, actually. I want to watch Gen 7. I remember when it came out, everyone was bitching and moaning about the style change. And I'm like, you know what? I think it looks cute. I'm sure they had a good reason for changing it. You just want things to stay the same forever. And I have no idea what they're doing in the anime currently. Wait, no, I'd have to watch Sun and Moon because doesn't Ash get a poi pull at some point? Fake poi pull fan. I gotta learn how to draw that stupid thing. I was trying to draw Wynot and Hatena so I could put them in places. And trying to be these two goobers encounter this weird alien and they go on adventures together. That's the premise in my brain. But then I'm like, okay, who would carry the bag? Because none of them are very carrying things full. And I'm like, well, I can't have Wynot just dragging it behind it because that's where the tail is. And if we're going with the assumption that the tail is the eye, it's gotta see. She's gotta see somehow. And Hatena is too short to carry anything. They find this weird alien. Here, carry this bag. Thanks. Stop. Who cares? Who cares about logistics of things? I care about logistics of things maybe too much. No, character can't have X because it would get dirty. And they wouldn't want to clean it. Hatena could be psychicking it along. It could. I will think about that. Deadass, my initial idea was that Hatena would have it like wrapped around its body and it would just be dragging it on the ground behind it. And I'm like, no, that kind of rules. But then I'm like, Hatena's too short to do that. It would literally be covering its mouth. But it's a funny visual. You see this tiny thing hopping along and you just hear shh. And you look at it's dragging this big ass bag behind it. I swear to God. Like, we agree that the song plays every single time. Maybe other ones do, but this one stands out especially. I mean, wow, I love Ultra Space. I love riding around on Lunala, and I pick Lunala even though it's harder because I like it more. Sorry, I don't like Solgaleo. It is okay. But Lunala is so swag. And why in the world would they set it to gyro controls by default? Why would they do that? What were they thinking? Oh yeah, these gyro controls are so good on the 3DS. And it's so easy to hit the yellow orbs and not hit the blue orbs. And people are gonna be able to do everything that they want to do in the wormholes. That shit sucks even on non-motion controls. Okay, it doesn't suck, but like it's not easy. Sometimes you just will hit blorbs. Blue orbs. Ah. I almost soft reset. That wouldn't count. It doesn't count unless I see it. Bleh. Speaking of what were they thinking? Why do you think the recap is 4 things long? 4 is such a weird number. Oh, wait. I'm getting really close to 4K. Okay, I think I'll stop at... Oh, wait, no, not 4K. Ooh, that'd be crazy. I'll stop at 3K. So I can go to sleep at a reasonable time. I'm so messed up by starting late. Whatever, I can have more time to do it tomorrow. Yippee. Party. Eevee, please. It'd be so cool and epic if I could get this tonight, and then I could evolve it. We could go, yay, Flareon! And then off stream, I could farm some money, and also train up the Flareon, and then I could buy a bunch of super repels, and then I could hunt Growlithe. Something something, if I had a nickel for every fire dog, I'd be shiny hunting I'd have 2. Could you make a whole team of fire dogs? I'm a fake fire type fan. I can't think of any others except for those 2 and Pombon. Who's on the screen? Where? What? I need you to note that this image of Pombon as Daisy is just staying here because I like it. She was she was being very interesting today. She wants to stay with her people so bad that, like, I'll go outside and she's like, please, 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 I want to go outside. And we'll, like, sit outside. And then I'll be like, I need to go in to get something. Oh, Houndoom. Yeah. Houndoom's not real to me, though. Anyway, I'll go inside briefly to get something. And she immediately gets up. Please, please let me in. Please let me in with you. Please, 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 please. And it's like, I'm not gonna let you in when I'm gonna be inside for like 5 seconds and come back out. And then you're gonna be like, please let me out. Please let me out. Please let me out. Please let me come. Please. It's like you have no object permanence. Poor pup. Wait, no, she's going to daycare tomorrow. No! Mega Houndoom is a thing. Yeah, I guess. Even though Mega Houndoom is really cool, it's like... If I thought of Megas, that would probably be one of the last ones I thought of. I don't know. But then, of course, what would be the last one that I thought of? I don't know. Because now I'm thinking of them. It wouldn't be Autono. Megas are so cool. I hope that they're in a main series game. I know that ZA is technically main series, but like in a main series. Like a generation flagship main series. I think it'd be cool in swag. The only reason why I could see them not wanting to do it is because then it would be an automatic shoo-in for like every single mega would probably be in the decks. And I'm not sure they want to lock themselves into doing it, but who knows? Maybe Gen 10 will have every single Pokemon in it. I don't think it's likely, but I think it would be kind of cool. I would like all Pokemon to be obtainable in Gen 10. I don't want it to be a situation where Skitty is locked to BDSP on the Switch. Dexit makes me... it annoys me because, like, sure, it's nice that Dexes are easier to complete or whatever, but then they keep on adding the same shit in every single game, and some Pokemon just end up getting left in the dust. Ledian, Carnivine, Skitty. There's probably other ones. It's so annoying. They gotta stop adding Cantomons and everything. That's the takeaway. Stop adding Psyduck to everything. Stop adding Slowpoke to everything. Stop adding Oddish to everything. Stop adding Bellsprout to everything. Stop adding Magikarp. Stop adding... They're not gonna stop adding Pikachu. They're not gonna stop adding Charizards, or the starters are gonna be there. Stop adding... I don't know. Stop adding Gen 1 things, put in Skitty. Alright, last encounter of the day, and... It's a gay, serious Eevee. Well, as expected, didn't find it, but 3K is pretty good. If I lock in, I could get maybe to half odds tomorrow, but I don't think that's terribly likely. I'll probably be doing other stuff instead. But we'll see. Anyways, just so that I'm not up for another hour, I'm going to call it there. Because this is a nice even number. And we'll continue this tomorrow, alright? God, my back hurts. Alright. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.